Hey, um, hey guys. I'm doing this video tonight right before we go to bed. It's I've had the most fun today. I tell you, I just want to tell you that it's been a lot of fun having you here for the last couple of days, and I'm glad that you were able to, you know, stay another night. Um, you know, I just want to say, I didn't know that your mom was on her way when we decided to ask her if it was okay for her for y'all to stay here, and I thought that was pretty cool of her. That she was already on her way, but she's willing to do that, and that just shows you what kind of person she is. And thank you, Amy. Um, Thank you for being understanding and for being the person that you are right now. Um, I look at it as, you could easily, be someone else and make my life hard. Harder than it already is. I think that everybody indirectly and directly are working towards the same goal, and that's to just to see this shine. This predicament that we're all in. You know what I mean? And it's a team effort. Everybody's in this. Everybody. I mean, even down to the pets. You know, I miss my pet. I miss my dog. And I'm sure that, excuse me, I'm sure that she misses me. And she doesn't understand probably what's going on. But she's in the struggle too. As well as Cheeto Butt and Tequila, down to Lucy. You know, um, they're having to share time with all of us. You know what I mean? Knowing when they haven't been able to, they didn't have to before. So they're going through the struggle too. So it affects everybody. So when somebody steps up and makes it a little easier for someone. You know what I mean? And the dogs have done the same thing. Everybody's done the same thing. Just made it a little easier for everyone. And I think it doesn't go unnoticed. And I know it doesn't go unnoticed by me. So I just want to say, Amy, thank you. I was a little taken aback, that you still haven't taken that, you haven't even talked about taking off the no contact rule thing. Um, it weighs heavy on my mind. It really does. Because, you want to act like we don't have one, but the only one it affects is me and the kids. That's the only one it affects. And just for me to think that I can't, that I'm being painted, because I paint myself that way too. I mean, um, I think in order for really truly move on, it has to be done. You know, we need to show the kids, not only just tell the kids, um, that we do want what's best for everybody. And in order for that to happen, I think that we need to show it. We need to show the good faith. All the way around. You know, um, it's just like smoking weed. You know what I mean? Once they legalized it, it ain't the same anymore. And maybe that's what all this is. Maybe all this is to me. But it's something that that's a commitment that says, hey, you know what? I stuck to what I said. I told you it was only going to be for a little while. Because I guess they knew better than I did. That hey, you know what? It was gonna be kind of crazy for a little bit. It's gonna be kind of crazy. I would have mixed feelings about helping you and not helping you, and being part of it and not being part of it, and getting anger and anger issues, and why this and why that. So everything has to cool down, and I hope that it has, because you know what, in my part, it totally has. I'm a totally different person now. I really am. I'm not being hostile. I'm being real. I I finally realized what is important, you know, and what's important is 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 everybody going through this in the best way possible, which is, you know, the least amount of trauma, the least amount of change, you know, to where it doesn't affect us mentally, you know, because it did for a while. But I just want to say, you know, I I had mixed feelings for you coming in here in this house. I mean, for you to come here in this house, I had mixed feelings about it. I mean, I wouldn't even stay outside because I thought that you were almost here. You know, I really don't, not that I can't take you, not that I can't be around you, but I truly see you as their mom, totally, and that's it. You know, that's the way I want to see you. I don't want to see you nothing else, you know, and, you know, I just want to tell you that, that I've gone past that, you know, not that it cheapens it at all, because I think that, you know, we did have a relationship, and, you know, and I'll tell you, there was a lot of times where you were a good wife. I mean, you really were. I mean, you know, like, the kids make me understand this, and this isn't up. The kids make me understand the fact that you were a good person. I mean, you're a good mom, and you still are, you know, and you were a good wife. It was just that, you know, we were just not meant to be together. We were not meant to end up together. I think that we were meant to be together because we have two beautiful kids, man, that nobody can deny. They're beautiful inside and out, you know, and I couldn't ask for more. And I don't feel like nobody else could have given me that. Nobody but you. And I truly am grateful for that. And that's never going to change. You know, that's never going to change because we were supposed to be together. I just don't think we're supposed to end up together. And you know what? We both learned from each other. I think that I mean, I hope that you did learn something from our relationship. You know, and because I want you to be happy. You know, I never wanted you to suffer, or, you know, it's a big deal, man. Taking on two kids, you know, taking on two kids with a husband that you don't know which way he's gonna go. You know, at that point, you know, what I mean, I was going through a lot of changes, you know, and I can understand you not wanting to lean on me. I could understand that I was wobbly. I could understand that you didn't have nobody that really you could count on except your family. You know, and I'm truly am sorry for that, because that wasn't my intention. But, you know, now that I look at it from outside looking in, man, I get scared for you. I'd be scared for you at that point. You know, so I can understand your dad. I can understand a lot of things now. You know, and I just want you to know that I do not, I do not just take what your side and look at it and say it's bullshit, man. I still wouldn't have done what you did. You know, who's to say? You know, who's to say? Who's to say how I would have acted if I would have been in your shoes? You know, I might have ran like a bitch. I might have just said, I don't want none of this. Why? Why me? Why did I have to have a kid at 21 years old? I'm 35 and I have a kid that's 15 almost. You know, why me? You know, well, the only thing I can say is that at that time when you had those kids, you wanted to have them with me. And that in itself is it's a compliment to me that you saw me as that kind of man. That, hey, you know what? Kids that I want to have them with him. And I don't want to have any more kids. You know, that's awesome. Because I tell you, nobody can take those kids from us, man. We create something really special, Amy. And so let's just don't make things look awkward. Let's just try to live our lives. Like you told me, you know, you want to live your life, man. Hey, that's all I want you to do too. I want you to live your life and take care of our kids and think about them like you always do. That's what I want. And as far as you, I can promise you I'll do the same thing. I'm going to put out And anybody that's with me, and if anybody is ever with me, I don't even know if I'll ever go that route. But you know what? Right now, that's the last thing I want. That's the last thing I want, is to be with someone or to even date. I don't even want to do that. I want to get into myself. I want to work on myself. And I need to work on me getting myself steady and keeping myself in line and keeping myself at what's important, and not unbalance myself, balance myself as much as possible, because I'm very unbalanced right now, and I know that every day, man, I'm getting stronger. Every day I'm getting stronger mentally, physically. I'm able to see things that, I didn't want to see maybe, or never thought they were there, when they were always there. And once again, I just want to tell you, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure being involved with you the last 15 years. Nobody can ever take that away from me. And as much as you might want them to forget, don't forget that, man. Because if nothing else, when you tend to forget things, you tend to repeat things. And that's why they say don't forget about history, because you tend to repeat it. So if there's anything bad that we concocted up, in our relationship, I'm sure there is plenty, because nobody's perfect. Get that away, throw it away, dump it. Make a hole and bury it. Because there were some good things, and I hope there was, because there was with me. If nothing else, man, what I learned is, man, I better appreciate the next person. And the next person needs to be who I want him to be. You know what I mean? And I hope that you're the same thing. If not, if they don't measure up, man, I'm not even gonna look at them. Because I ain't got time for it. I think that I'm deserving of way better. I'm deserving of something that I'm willing to wait my whole life. And if not in this life, the next life. But I'm not gonna settle no more. And that's not to say that I settled for you, Amy. But I think we were meant to be together, because we produced 2 beautiful children. And we had some good times. I'm sorry that we grew apart. But I just know that it made me a better man. It made me a better person, knowing you. And that's all I can hope I brought to you, is that it made you a better person. And a better, and a better spouse going up. If you ever get hooked up again, just know that we all have faults. But if we work on them, man, we can leave them behind, and we can just bury them. Just boom, out. No more. You get me? So just remember that, all right? You're a good person that, unfortunately, I didn't appreciate. I never saw it. I mean, I always saw it. It was right there. It's just that I'm selfish. And I don't want to be selfish anymore. I want to be a giving person, because that's me. That's who I am. I'm a giver, as well as a receiver, though. But you know what? The receiving end, man, I give more. It makes me feel good. I am a good person inside. And I know that, our relationship, we've done a lot of positive things. If nothing else, man, if we were shitty parents, if we were shitty people, we'd be shitty parents versus we'd be shitty to our kids. And I think that that's not the case. So, with that said, I want to just say good night, and thank you for allowing me to be part of my kid's life.